Yo, 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 yo. What's up, you guys? We are live. We are live. Are you two P right now? Every doing watch party, but I'm excited though. Cuban with the 50 bob. Gee, what's up, you guys? Cuban, good morning, man. Good morning, good morning. I had fun. Had a good time yesterday eating barbecue, brother. We should do it again sometime. Bro, I'm excited, dog. Like I'm the most excited I've been in a while for a game. I don't even think I was this excited for Arc Raiders, and I was pretty excited for Arc Raiders. Like, who thought I'd be this excited for a who thought I'd be this excited for a Call of Duty game? You know what I mean? Sniper mask with a flow state. Sheesh. I appreciate you. Yeah, we'll definitely do it again, Cupid. Anytime you're in town, just hit me up. If I'm ever in your neck of the woods, I'll let you know. It's probably gonna hardly be never, but there's not much to do out there. But if you know of a good spot, yeah, you can put me on, dude. Put me on. We got like 3 minutes left. So here's kind of what I'm expecting. This is a first look, right? So I don't expect us to get a ton of information here. They did release a blog post yesterday that covered a bunch of information about DMC. There was also a bunch of creators that put out a bunch of information as well. And so this, again, they're calling this a first look. So I think obviously we're going to get an understanding of how the gameplay looks like and feels like. I don't think they're going to dive into a ton of details. I expect us to still have a ton of more questions before the COD Next event later on this year. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. I don't expect us to get the whole picture here tonight. Lando, if you're in the chat, I'm in the Discord if you wanna watch it. Hop in the chat with me. But if not, you definitely don't have to. But yeah, dude, I'll be back in. Give me a minute. We got 2 minutes left. I'm gonna go get a drink and I'll be right back. I don't expect it to be the first game they show. I expect it to be the last game. But if it is the first game, I don't even know if I'm going to watch the rest of it. All right. I'm going to be straight up. We'll probably watch the DMZ stuff, rewind it, go over it, and then I'll probably cut the stream so that I can go make some content, some videos on it. And people just went live on my notice. Sheesh. I was surprised there's not more. All at the same time. Are you watching on your computer or your phone, Lando?
This is the Coalition Emergency Broadcast System. There are reports of multiple tremors causing minor damage across Kelowna.
Stay sharp. Don't let them surround you.
There should be more guns in the trunk.
Here. Strap these on.
Am I getting double audio?
This isn't enough. We should still head to the police station. We're gonna have more firepower there.
Right. It's about two blocks up ahead.
Okay. Shoot, move, and watch for civilians.
Oh.
Get inside now.
Bro. They're gonna start it off like this?
Ground's opening.
Rebacks memories, dog. Motorcycles, what's up, baby? I know, same sniper mask. The Gears game in 2026 with UE5, UE6.
Just the adrenaline's hit. We need to keep moving through the underpass.
Let's get moving.
Let me see what I can do.
I'm at the pay safe. I need backup. These things are all over me.
More tremors.
Any gears out there? Anyone that can hear this? Look out! Oh, shit! What the fuck is that?
Target surfacing. Open fire.
These are goddamn breach points.
Reloading. Cover me.
I bet Nick Merckx is just letting off a load right now.
All right. That gear said they're stuck in the pay and save. Which way?
It's on the other side of those apartments. At least that thing carved us a shortcut.
Through here.
Stupid. He has to be.
Oh, bugger! Come on, then! Nice shot! Oh, where the hell did you lot come from?
We heard your distress call.
Well, you saved my ass. But we need to make ourselves scarce. These fuckers keep pouring in every few minutes.
Yeah, slide into the game.
Come on, kids.
Keep it. I know I'm right.
Yeah, who are you? Where's your squad?
We were protecting some survivors nearby. I was about to get back and I got cornered in here.
Hey, Samara! These things been coming in waves?
What's the problem till I ran out of ammo? I'm not just standing up. I got friends inside.
Reloading.
Anyone see him?
Contact front.
There's no end to these freaks. Pick 'em off. On your right, I got it. Jams. Damn it.
Dang, bro, he's cooked.
Tom.
Dang. Sheesh.
Marcus Phoenix.
Boys. 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 Oh my God. What a way to start the freaking live stream.
Welcome to the Xbox Game Showcase. For the past 25 years, Xbox has delivered some of the greatest games of all time. Games that changed what was possible, games that brought players together, and games that defined generations. Xbox was built on the spirit of creativity and heart. And as we kick off the show with Gears of War E-Day, it's only fitting that as we return to Xbox, we return to Gears. So today, we're announcing that Gears of War E-Day will be an Xbox console exclusive.
Whoa, no way. Xbox console exclusive.
The core of Xbox is great games, and that's what today is all about. We're going to show you more than 25 titles from creators around the world, followed by our Gears Direct. Enjoy the show.
Yo, Xbox is on one, dude. Rage bait. Y'all fell for it too, suckers.
Do I remember the moment my powers came in?
You can never make it to the end of a Gears game?
Well, I was being crushed to death with seawater and mud and manure, whilst holding onto my sister's hand. I remember her fingers gripped so tightly in mine that her nails drew blood. Until I lost her grip. but she stayed away. Does stick in the memory a bit, yeah. I know why you're here. You want to talk about them. They're not real heroes.
You ever seen a legend in the flesh?
All that power, how do they use it? Killing mindless beasts. Fighting petty villains. None of that matters.
Look what the guild shut out.
A real hero knows how to wield power. Don't waste your time on trivialities.
You're back. And dressed like a twat.
Got more important things to worry about than vegetables.
A hero knows how to live with their choices.
Oi! What the fuck was that?
Well, I was just...
Just sent my brother into the infinite fucking abyss without even asking permission.
Remorse is for the guilty.
The cinematics for games has gotten crazy.
Albion is broken, and I'm going to mend it. Albion doesn't need heroes. It needs a hero.
You're a monster.
And that hero is me.
Apparently this Fable was supposed to be the most detailed, in-depth open world game they've ever made. I've also heard that before too though. Devil Dog, yo, what's going on? Played day one with Game Pass? Sheesh. I mean, they took Call of Duty off of Game Pass day one, but they put Fable. They put Fable.
You've heard the story. Halo, the Chief, stuff of legends. But that's not the story I'm telling today. This one, you haven't heard. Op started simple enough. Drop in, grab the goods, get out before anyone noticed. Well, guess what? They noticed. Now you ready to get to it? You serve long enough. You learn to read a battlefield. This place, more of a freak show. And trust me, I know freaky.
Have you enjoyed your stay so far, Demon?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock. The thing with simple jobs is, they always get complicated. Plans change. Odds get worse. My advice, bring a Spartan.
Lando.
Chief, you ever get tired of being the strong, almost silent type? No.
It looks okay for once. Did everybody grow up on Halo? Day one, that's for you, Lando. Day one. Moist has your name all over it. I never got into Halo.
There's something on this island. It's like it calls to me. You and my father found that island thanks to me.
There's more to this than you
They
understand.
made Destiny for you, Lando.
You can handle.
I've proven myself.
Have you? Have you really?
A sword keeps you alive. A dagger wins the fight. Look at this place. It's mad.
Right, Sniper? Yeah.
Confrontation is about to begin.
Where are the others? Ezra's dead, Lenny. They're all dead. Move.
But you couldn't have said, "Hey, Lenny, you know those ancient death curse rumors? Well, maybe they're true. Sit in."
Have you guys played a Plague Tale? I played the very first one on PlayStation. They were a super small studio back then when they first came out with the first one.
Domino might have been on that midnight channel before she died too.
Now where are we?
Whoa.
Feels like we're someplace totally different. Look out!
Now then, whatever's going on here, we're getting to the bottom of it.
To wield a persona is to wield direct control of one's heart. And the heart is strengthened through bonds.
Doesn't it sound cool?
Someone had to see that. I'm glad it was you.
Was that supposed to be him?
Split is, it feels like it, right?
Small, do they?
I hate you, sneaky, stupid bully jerk! I can't wait!
So, shall we?
Really? Sweet!
Come on, don't call me that.
I mean, Gears being a Xbox console exclusive, it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild, right? It's not too far-fetched of an idea, but to say that it's an Xbox console exclusive is they got a lot of faith, you know, and bring a lot of people back to Xbox if that's the case.
All right, which means that we also gotta catch whoever's tossing people in here.
I think I'd like to help too. I'm not running away from this. Well, but I have no problem.
Okay, what up, baby? What's going on with you, dog?
So yeah, I'll be counting on you, partner. Then let's team up and catch this jerk.
Let's end it. Here, go. Persona.
Bro, I'm so excited for this game. You guys don't even know. So excited for this game. And Split, you know, if we're being fair, this is an Xbox game showcase, so probably a lot of these games are probably going to be available on Game Pass day one.
A weapon. A virus. Something worse. Started in quiet towns. Empty roads. Places the world forgot. survivors found each other, built walls, pushed back against the night. We'll always have each other's back. Because the world has become more dangerous than ever. The dead aren't just wandering anymore. They hunt. In the end, it doesn't matter what you believe. What matters is that when the dead come through the dark, so do we.
That's crazy. What's up? You guys play zombie games? What's the obsession with zombies in gaming? I feel like everybody wants to make a zombie game. Like gaming and zombies are like synonymous with each other.
On the Sea of Thieves, there have been plenty of grand adventures. But what if you could make your own Sea of Thieves experience? With our new free update, Custom Seas, you can. Let me explain. You could create new ways to play. Like
everyone loves a little zombie survival challenge.
Bloodthirsty crews duke it out.
Their week so far. I mean, Gears was the best thing they've announced so far.
Watch out for explosive barrels.
Left 4 Dead.
I'm sure they're fine.
I never played it.
Or Skeleton Snipe Hunt, where the sharpest shooter with the highest score wins.
I know a lot of people that have played it though.
You just want to spawn this, and these, and one of those, and absolutely loads of these, and well, you get the idea. You could create a cinematic masterpiece. With enhanced camera tools, you could show romance, action, or tragedy, or maybe just show the world from a whole new perspective. Or you could even just create a place to hang. Literally, if you want. Or you could come together for a party. Or maybe you want somewhere you can just kick back and relax. Whatever your
Is this a mobile game? No, this is Sea of Thieves art style.
There's a whole new world of possibility ready to explore. So dive in
It looks like a pretty big update though.
The tools are now in your hands. What you do with them is up to you.
Some of the boys tried to get me to play Sea of Thieves. It wasn't for me though. It wasn't for me. It's a very popular game though, for what it's worth. It looks like Clash of Clans came to Xbox though, right, Spliff?
There is a liar in these tunnels. They call him Führer. But that is not your name. Your name is Hunter. As a Spartan, you were a legend. You stood for something.
I agree, Spliff. I agree. I could get down with that.
To protect the metro from you. You promised a brighter future for our people. Now, the Norai spreads tyranny in your name. You swore to crush the enemy, to face them head on, and guide the metro to the light. consumes you. Spreads like a plague. Eats you from within. Every step and every move drowns you deeper in lies. Your lies. And now, Hunter, that legendary Spartan is gone. Turn to ash. I won't stop until the Führer burns with him.
Yeah, it's interesting. I might be into that one. Not gonna lie, I might be into it.
World premiere.
World premiere. Give me something good now. What the hell is this? What are we making in 2026, bro? This is a world premiere? Bruh, what a bot. Dang, rip. That's sad, bro. Buddy can't fly? That's Blue? From Rio? Xbox, come on, bro. What are we doing here? That's gonna be a new main game.
World premiere.
Come on, give me something good. Give me something good.
Countless wars have been waged throughout history in pursuit of the elixir of immortality. A champion rises, destined to quell the chaos of this senseless cycle. Awaken. Phoenix.
Wolong 2. Did you guys play Wolong 1?
So, it was you who set the Red Cliffs ablaze.
He said I've always wanted to be a bird. A big bird, a thick bird.
You're ready for the challenge and the reward of opening your very own cult.
No, Hostile Rabbit. I don't expect it to come into the end, if I'm being honest.
Beautiful Bedford County, USA. Teaming with local
Hostile Rabbit with a 10 gold coin. Jeez, I appreciate that, big dog.
You pissed off a random person on the street. You want a trophy?
Even if they don't know it yet.
That took a turn, bro.
Build a cult, and I will shield you from the apocalypse.
Bro, what is this? Low-key, it kind of looks fire. Low-key, it looks fire. Not gonna lie. Low-key, that looks a little fire. It looked like it might be a fun game for the boys to play off stream or something like that.
World premiere.
World premiere. But that game, that took a left turn. But I was there for it, you know? Is that the golden?
You buried your wounds. Left your people behind. Believing time would see them heal. But what is left in the dark sickens. And some by
Yeah, Spliff in November. Early November. Can you already pre-order GTA? I don't know. I don't know if you can or not. Okay, okay. Bethesda, huh? Bethesda. Oh, really?
Welcome to the surface.
Did anybody see this coming?
Paradise. Meet the locals, learn to fish. Doesn't that sound nice? What a hoot! You found loot. This is no time to hoard. Share your stroke of
Where's
luck
King?
with
King
your
gotta be in the
pals.
chat.
All aboard. Build your camp as a team. Hey, life's pretty swell, but in this Appalachian wonderland, all is not well. Gadzooks! It's worse than expected. Enemies are waiting in places undetected. So suit up, son, and defend our great nation. And gather all your friends when you fight this infestation. That's the play, Daddy-O. We'll tackle them all.
Make a new game already?
Our bright future from the ashes, rising tall. When you hear adventure calling, when you're looking for kicks.
How many of you guys are interested in Fallout? I think they still got a pretty good like core player base, don't they? People are still playing Fallout. A lot of people love it. A lot of people love Fallout. A lot of people love it. 76 is in. I mean, we're here for a Call of Duty game at the end of the day, Split. They've been going on for decades, you know?
Our flock has been led astray by your acts of defiance. Argent and Noir trembles in the wake of your actions. They follow you now.
Has chosen. Beneath this chamber will be your tomb.
Yeah, I know some guys that are really, really into Fallout.
This place
Ice Spliff, here's a game for you. It's a new game. It's a new game.
I'm not your enemy. I am your way out.
Is this a new game? I don't know what the hell this is. This is Doom?
With the Slayer gone, have you not found peace? The demons, they have retreated. Their war is with him.
The Slayer is alive, and we're going to find him.
Bro, that is not the Doom that I grew up playing. Respectfully, I haven't played Doom in forever. Fallout 76 is probably top 3 for me. It took 3 years off call to play only play 76. I played since beta. The PvP there was so good. They got some new updates. King, you might go back to Fallout. You know what I'm saying? King was also hustling on Fallout 76 though. That man was hustling. Making them bands. Yo, I had the orange Xbox, bro. Hey, watching these clips and being able to tell when a game is gonna flop right off top, right off rip. I mean, unless it's like a pro version, are we really buying a new green Xbox? X25 limited edition. I think we're just all waiting for the new consoles, right?
In the frozen north,
I don't think anybody's buying that though.
we know only one way of life. We know the
Respectfully.
crash of the waves against our ships. We know the bite of cold steel. The roar of fires that consume our enemies. And that the moment of peace is only temporary. Because Valhalla
Lando, bro. Hey, pull up on me. Pull up on me. Hey, we gotta play this game. I bet you don't pull up on me.
awaits
It's not worth it, Spliff. It's not worth it. We're gonna get new consoles like in a year or two. It's not worth it. You can legit get a PC for like $1,200. So just save up under $300 and get a PC. At the rate of what the consoles are costing these days, it's hardly worth it. Like if you don't have a new gen console to play Gears, are you gonna go buy a new gen console to play Gears? I don't know. God, what up, baby? What's up with you? It's a triple OG in a gang. Bishop Don Juan of the Sai City back streets. Mr. Gold. PS6 in 2028? How long has the PS5 been out now? Like 4 or 5 years maybe? 5 years, 6 years? Split, but isn't that what people really want? They want a game and they want updates for that game. You know, like just update the game. We don't need a new one. Just update this one. I feel like I hear that argument all the time.
Mysteries of magic.
It's like we want support for this game. We want content for this game. And then the other conversation is like, stop making that game. Just give us a new one. End of 2020. So yeah, we're like 6-7 years.
Are you prepared to witness feats both mystifying and illuminating? Watch closely then, and let the shadows...
King! Bro, King!
Behold!
It's old. King said it's old. I want a new one. But just last night, we're like...
So brilliant were his
just last night, King, you were saying, we don't want a new one. Just fix this one. Fix this DMZ.
Through a deal,
but there ain't no pleasing nobody.
Masters sought yet more power. Their deal demanded a sacrifice, and in the darkness, they chose Jacob. Jacob was trapped in eternal torment, but the devil...
Raptor, what's up, dog? What's up with you?
He pulled Jacob from his infernal nightmare and offered...
Yeah, cook with the Uno reverse.
Face their legions, their tricks, every abomination they command. Take what should have been his. Escape if he can. Oops. That's your cue. Run.
He said 70 came out of 2018. We do need a new one. I mean, is there anything that would make 76 just better? Just wait for me to, bro. I bet they're gonna do it at the end.
A deal's a deal, Jacob. I'll see you soon.
I bet they're gonna do it at the end. And again, I don't think they're going to give us a ton of information. They gave us a blog post yesterday that covered everything that a bunch of creators already made videos on. And they've been kind of giving us information here and there. I don't expect us to get a bunch of details until COD Next later on this year. I feel like they're going to showcase some gameplay, maybe talk about it a little bit, give us a nice little trailer. But I don't think we're going to get a ton of fucking details.
The lives of your sons. The line between victory and defeat is thin.
Well, Raptor, they made it more like extraction shooters.
What if you had within you power?
Infinity Ward said that the first version was not a good version of the game.
Your enemies break their will.
Next gen consoles are going to be $800. You think so?
You have the strength.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
To wield it. If destiny was there within reach, could you sacrifice everything? For your country.
Yeah, the zombie games.
For your empire.
Devil Dog. I was looking at some extraction shooters that were coming out this year, next year. Every single other extraction shooter that's not Call of Duty or Arc Raiders, whatever, it's a zombie-based extraction shooter. 9 out of 10 of them, or all 10 out of the 10 of the new extraction shooters that are coming out are all zombie-related games. Yeah, the first, I'm not arguing. I still play it too. I just ready to start playing it again. Spliff. I'm not saying this. It's not bad, but Activision said that it wasn't. Activision said that it wasn't a great extraction shooter. They didn't say that verbatim, but I'm paraphrasing here. Somebody can find the quote or the tweet that Infinity Ward said, but they basically said like, hey, we didn't know what we were doing, and we kind of made our version of an extraction shooter, but they said it wasn't a good one. And this version that they're making this year is supposed to be the definitive extraction shooter for a Call of Duty.
Our members will show you the ropes. This job is going to need every trick in the book.
What did I say about your comment? I don't even remember. I got an old brain, Raptor.
Some jobs call for slick distractions and quick fingers, but you never truly know what's behind a door. Or if that's not quite your style, step out of the shadows and take a direct approach. There's other treasure all around the world, if you know where to look and are willing to fight for it. Whether it's fortune, adventure, or danger.
I mean, with the price of the consoles going up, do you see the console market shrinking at all? Or do you think there's still going to be a large consumer base for consoles that are just not interested in the PC? The thing with consoles is they're just easy to play on, right? You just plug it up to the TV and they work. So they're probably still going to be a large player base that's going to update their consoles. I mean, look how long people stayed on PS4. People are still on PS4 and Xbox One, and they're still complaining to this day that they're not going to get some of the newer games that are made for the new gen consoles, you know? Any idea if the DMZ servers will stay online after DMZ? I think history shows that they'll probably keep it on for a while. Rabbit? Probably Lando and some of the other COD veterans might know a little bit more how that works. Okay, flight simulator. Got it. Why COD don't want people to know how many players are still on old DMZ? They keep it secret. It's not just DMZ. They do that with all the COD. I don't think they release those numbers for the current titles that are like, nobody knows really how many people are playing Call of Duty right now. Sure, we can look at Steam numbers, and I think they just released some kind of ranking system on PlayStation, but I don't think we actually know the real numbers of how many people are playing COD realistically. We're kind of just guessing, are we not? Like, it's even harder to find the actual numbers for current game titles because they mix everything into their little Call of Duty hub, which has a lot of current titles or newer titles that are different from the older titles, you know? So it's kind of hard to get those numbers. Warzone 1 was available for 10 months after the release of Warzone 2. I mean, so if you're really interested in just playing this current version of DMZ, maybe you have a year or so to play it until you have to move on. If DMZ 2 is mid, I might just stay on the DMZ beta. What would make it mid for you, Also Rabbit?
As the old order begins to fall, no one can remain untouched. When all is obscured, the battle has only just begun. Beneath every mechanism, the true game lies in the human heart. This is your game to decide.
I feel like more people playing casual Warzone than regular. Why do you think that is, though?
I'm here to destroy you, just like my father, mother, and their allies before me.
Honestly, I just don't want to copy and paste of Arc Raiders and those others. Those games have little PvP, and I loved it. No. That's not. I was talking to King about this last night in his stream, Hustle Rabbit. There's a lot of comparison to Arc Raiders, but I think that's only because of one thing. Arc Raiders is the biggest, most available console extraction shooter on the market to date. And that's the only reason it's getting the comparison. Infinity Ward and Activision has said that they looked at games like Arc Raiders, Delta Force, Tarkov, Arena Breakout, and they looked at the extraction shooter market and compiled and kind of took what they wanted out of those games to make their version of an extraction shooter. And they said that whatever they made their extraction shooter, they didn't really have a reference. So the DMZ beta was really just them trying to figure it out. And now that the market is more mature and they've had 4 years to develop this game and look at the competition, you know, they decided that they landed on what they're going to release this year. I don't think you should look into the comparisons of Arc Raiders too much. Arc Raiders is completely different. Number one, it's a third-person shooter. And I don't really think the developers over there really kind of know what they want to do. They're trying to play into two different audiences. They want to bring in a PvP player base because of an extraction shooter, but they also want to cater to a PvE player base too. I wouldn't look too much into the comparisons. That's what a lot of creators are doing is comparing against Arc Raiders, but I only think it's because of the popularity of the game. They've already said that this is going to be a heavy PvP driven game because that's what they're known for is PvP. Multiplayer, BR, ground war. And so I think you can expect a lot of that PvP because it's ingrained in Call of Duty's DNA, right?
And golden moments which linger on the warm breeze.
Yeah, King's been putting out some crazy shorts. You should go check them out for show. Fix said that the new anti-cheat, if it detected an issue or you didn't start your PC in safe mode for the MMA scan, it put those players into casuals and limited matchmaking. Yeah, they've recently updated the anti-cheat, right? Like Call of Duty just talked about that. Casuals have more sweats than the average Warzone lobby? Is that true? I find that hard to believe. I'm not saying you're lying. That's kind of hard. It's honestly hard to believe that casuals would have more sweats than the regular Warzone lobbies. I think the Warzone player base is just too fractured. You got casuals, you got normal, and then you have ranked, you know? That was a new update a few days ago. I saw Activision put that out. Casual demons. Bro, that's a crazy statement, bro. Casual demons. Isn't that like oxymoronic? Isn't that an oxymoron? People really hate SBMM. Yeah, I think skill-based matchmaking is one of the reasons we have casual Warzone. That's my opinion. Hopefully DMZ has the same announcer and war tracks for vehicles. I wonder if war tracks are coming back. Also, Robert, I wasn't laughing at you. I just think it's just a funny statement to see like a casual demon. Like, what does that even look like? Gears of War and Halo were so far my peaked out a moment the day. Yeah, I wasn't too interested in the Halo stuff, but Gears looks fun. Activision presents. Is this what we're here for, boys? Let me turn it up. I'm gonna shut up. Bro, what is this? What is this? Bro, they fucking scammed us. Bro, this is not the Activision present. Let's go! Spyro's back. Okay, I'm not mad anymore. Come on, turn me up. The return of Spyro. Jeez, I'm excited. I'm excited. Bro, I'm pre-ordering. If this is not available day one on Xbox, take flight spring 2027. Turn me up. Play day one. Hey, fuck DMZ on that day. I'm playing Spyro. Shut up. Take my money. That's a good game. Are the bounty system in DMZ is going to be revamped? Yeah, it is. I think that's actually a good feature they're adding to the game.
Arms are ringing. Bullets are flying.
Wait, Spyro's not an Xbox game? Let me think about this.
Copper in the tangle is on my tail.
Are we sure about that? Black Gold, don't laugh at me like that. Live on stream in 4K. Donnie, what's up with you, man?
Esteemed colleagues.
Even my schemes have schemes.
Me.
Sprawl started on PlayStation? I don't remember that far back. I don't remember that far back.
Oh, you'll have better odds getting through without me.
I still play Spyro with the kids from PS5. I bet you my kids will like that game.
Then give my regards to the Sandman. Cheap rubbish.
corpse in hand is worth two in the grave, as they say.
Look at the bloody airships. We're not here for you.
Not here for me. I'm Anne fucking Darrow.
Time to lay
I'm gonna get it on PlayStation as soon as I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna download it today, if that's the case. Let my kids play it.
Put in the heist tonight. Yeah? Morgan, get to that crane to lower the ship.
Greetings. I am the Miracle Industries auto-loading crane. If you have the authority, I am at your service.
What happens if I fired a few holes in you?
The lift is now unlocked.
Jeez, remember that far back, Moist? I don't remember that far back.
Do you expect us to go quietly?
Well, I certainly don't.
Raptor, if you got it, put it in a Discord. I'll check it out.
Babylon's most disposable.
What state am I in? Spliff? Talking to me? If you're asking me, I'm in Texas.
Hello, frightened human. I can get you out of this.
Well, at least someone's using that PlayStation. Dang, Striker calling me out. Dang, live on stream in 4K. That's crazy. That's crazy, Striker. Moist, ban that, man. Moist, I need you to ban Striker. Ban that, man. Don't let him come back.
This life ain't one for granting easy choices, but I just found a way to control.
I don't appreciate the hostility coming from that man right now.
Control. Make things unfair in our favor. Brought you a little toy with a big mouth.
What a proper little villain.
A better villain than you'll ever be, you decrepit old soak.
The pimp, the plod, the priest. Who do we like the least? Oh, it's different how they do ya. The ways they stick it to ya. And when they're done with chucking it up, oh, downstairs, well, they're all gonna screw you in the end.
Nothing's ever given to folk like us, especially not the future. But this time, we've a chance to steal it. What more could an honest thief ask for?
Stairs, well, they're all going to screw you in the
Boys, I need you to ban Striker. Put that man in timeout. He's coming in here with hostility. Calling me out in 4K. Live on stream. It's unacceptable.
Clockwork Revolution is an original experience full of intriguing
Spliff, I don't know, man.
and incredible
That's kind of crazy that people put time and effort into making some of these games, right?
Console exclusive coming in 2027. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is a milestone year for us as we celebrate 25 years with you, and we're excited about our lineup of iconic games. Record-breaking Forza Horizon 6, the return of Master Chief, rebuilt from the ground up, the extraordinary world of Fable, full of choice and consequences. Incredible games from our partners at Sega, 4A Games, Koei Tecmo, and more. And players can look forward to 2 upcoming exclusives.
Read previous comment.
Gears of War EA
Come on, Donnie.
2026.
Ayo, Donnie.
Clockwork Revolution in 2027. In a moment,
Done that Ryan
we'll
Watkins
dive
is in the
into
hospital in
Gears
the
of War EA.
CCU.
But before
More
we
needs to
do,
come when I hear.
one franchise
More
that's
for my
been
boys.
with us from the beginning is Call of Duty.
Yeah, let us know,
Now,
man.
It's bigger than ever.
Yeah, let us
New
know.
Modern Warfare later this year and a movie on the way. Last month, the teams at Infinity Ward
Damn.
and Activision gave us a glimpse of the story and gameplay. Today, they are back with a first look at DMZ, reimagined in a way that only Call of Duty can deliver.
Let's go, boys. Bro, if they rage bait me again.
유의하면 최고령 도자 동지. 유명한 용도 아래 우리 조선 반도는 질서정연하고 강력하다.
It's a map? Is this the new map? It's a DMZ specific video. I thought it was gonna be covering just all the Call of Duty, but it's.
Hey, I'm gonna head downstairs real quick. See if there's any weapons or gear laying around.
No, that's a negative. That's not why we're here.
I'm gonna be fine.
Corner peeking?
Seconds.
I say again, that's a negative. Okay, get your ass upstairs.
You see how it leaned around the corners? It's gonna be leaning. Dang, got him.
He's down. Let's go help him.
Hell no. That's on him. I told him to get his ass up here.
Copy. Where are we at on the intel?
Got it. Alright. Let's find that HVT.
On you.
Overwatch to actual. Letting that intel compromise your location. Enemies are alerted to your position.
Shit.
Yeah. You know we're here.
This is one of like the story missions.
Let's just find that HVT. Hey, hold on.
What's up?
Hey, you good, man?
Fuck.
Yeah, you're all right.
The jump hits a prone. That hip fire spread was crazy.
Hey, fuck the HVT. Let's just go to Expo.
Fuck.
But it got cooked.
I got you, man. You good?
Nah, Striker's aim was better than mine on a cool.
Let me get some ammo. Yep.
Did it show the backpack system?
Oh, hell yeah.
No.
Overwatch to actual. Look for any building with green smoke. I say again, green smoke. Brace, you got eyes?
Yeah, I got it. Oh, shit.
Dang. This man said trash.
I'm inside.
Get your ass to the roof right now.
Copy. Please have medical.
Please have medical. So you're gonna have to like, are we know that we're gonna have to use meds, like bandages, to heal ourselves in game?
Oh shit.
Fog, boy got cooked. Yeah, Striker. Look like it. What did it say? Not impressed. It was a reveal trailer, you know? It was a reveal trailer. They didn't really give us a ton.
Welcome to the Coalition, here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, home of Gears of War. When Gears debuted in 2006, it instantly redefined the genre. And now in 2026, we're on the cusp of another rare moment. A chance to honor where we've been, celebrate with our fans.
See, the way I'm buying the game, I guess.
For where Gears is going next. To get there, we're taking it all the way back.
I also, take it easy, man. Peace out.
And the fight began.
I mean, you can kind of take a lot away from that. We got to look at the map, right?
It's a day of unimaginable loss that sits at the heart of our universe. And
The guy was using bandages.
we're ready to take you inside the studio and show you all the ways to play.
Yeah, you're good, Legs.
Their new movements, weapons, and modes that will make E-Day the most brutally satisfying Gears yet.
Is that all you got?
Should go back and look at it again, kind of break it down.
Before we talk about what this game is, I think it's important to share
I don't really,
why we chose
I don't know if they're gonna.
When we started this project, we were
I feel like this kind of segment for Gears would have been great for DMZ.
So we took a moment to reflect.
Do we know if they're gonna release any more information other than that trailer?
We realized that all of the things that make
Again, they did tell us it was gonna be a first look. So I don't know if they're giving us this type of content today. I think we're gonna have to wait for COD Next to get this type of information, what they're doing here for Gears. All right? Let's go back and take a look. So now this is a cinematic, but it looks like it's going to be part of the map. This is eerily similar to this is similar to if you play Tarkov, if you looked at Tarkov. Lando, what's the name of the map? I think it's Interchange. They have a big indoor, they have a big a mall that you can play in. It's on that map. I think it's Interchange. I could be wrong, could be Customs. But there's a big map similar to this where you fight inside of a mall. Interchange, right? This is giving me like Tarkov vibes right here. And then the jump off of the thing into prone, and you can shoot. Like if that's a movement tech that we can expect in the game, I think that's pretty good movement tech. You know. Dark underground clip looks like what I asked for. Yeah, let's take it back. I think I didn't go back far enough. Like right here. See right here. Oh, let's go further back. Right here.
That only Call of Duty can deliver.
I'm not impressed. I feel like they lost their uniqueness from the others that made it better. And if I wanted to play Delta or Tarkov, then I would just play those games from what I've seen so far. That's fair. That's your opinion. I feel you after. This game is not going to be for everybody. I mean, let's be clear. The extraction shooter is not for everybody. It really isn't. We're playing DMZ beta right now as a proof of concept, right? Proof of concept. And Infinity Ward, again, and Activision said that that wasn't a good version of the game. So what we're playing right now as a beta arguably is the worst version of the extraction shooter that Activision or Infinity Ward wanted to put out. So, and they're bringing it more in line with what an extraction shooter would and should be. And it's okay to not want to play this version of DMZ or not even really want to play an extraction shooter because, again, extraction shooters are hard games to play, you know? Well, it looks like we're getting like POIs and stuff like that of the map. A little subway system. I mean, the buildings look cool. Like if we could traverse these buildings, stuff like that, and play on these buildings, that'd be crazy. Correct. It's only a first look. Whenever we saw DMZ, whenever they announced MW2 and DMZ, it was similar to that. It was just very cinematic. There wasn't really any gameplay for us to see. It was just mostly cinematics, you know. So again, I said this in the beginning of the stream. I didn't expect us to get a ton of information here. I expected to get a glimpse of what it would look like, and that's exactly what they gave us. And they're going to give us more details at ConNext later this year. Have to use flashlights, MVG, thermal like Koshi. You see, they're showing the weather because they talked about the dynamic weather, and they're showing us what the dynamic weather looks like. We're going to be playing in things like that, like in the rain. You saw it raining, and apparently it can go from sprinkling to like full-on rain in one raid, and then I don't know if it's going to be like progressively get worse throughout the raid, but I think they were having conversations about making the rain like maybe sprinkle at the beginning of the raid, and then when you're exfilling, it'd be like pouring down rain. Rain and snow affect your aim? You think so? You think it will? What do you think about it so far? It's hard for me to make a really good opinion, Arceus. Based on what I've seen, it's mostly cinematics.
Hey, I'm gonna head downstairs real quick. See if there's any weapons or gear laying around.
I mean, is this gonna be like what our hood looks like?
I'm gonna be fine.
This is what I'm interested in, because I think there's in the newer CODs, right? You can kind of lean peek around corners like this, right? You can set it to automatic or to turn it on and off. So I think that's like a Black Ops thing that they're going to bring to Modern Warfare, right?
It's only going to take 2 seconds.
I say again, that's a negative. Okay, get your ass upstairs.
And this is that's the stealthy part that they were talking about in DMZ. That guy was just hiding around the corner with a suppressor and playing like, you know, a little ratty, I guess, or just, you know, a different type of place outside of like just running gun. So they're showing that stealth version of the game that you can play. I hope they keep the healing the same and don't make us heal like Ark. They said you're gonna have to do bandages and shit. Is beta was a more casual based extraction shooter. Now they're going in a completely separate direction and following the more traditional and complicated systems. Well, yeah, but rather that's because they didn't have a reference for an extraction shooter. The only reference they had was Tarkov, and they know they didn't want it. That was too hard of a game for Call of Duty.
Hey, you good, man? Fuck. Yeah, you're all right.
Still got Molotovs in the game. That boy's just spraying and praying.
Was that the HVT? Hey, fuck the HVT. Let's just go to Expo.
He said fuck the HVT. So it looks like there's going to be HVT contracts coming back, right? Looks like the HVT contracts are coming back. Just kind of want to break this down a little bit, guys. Sorry.
Was that the HVT? Hey, fuck the HVT. Let's just go to Expo. Fuck! I got you, man. Yeah. You good? Yep. Let's just get out of here. Right.
Wait, I just realized this. Look what he did here. He's looting them, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Now look at this. Hold on. We missed it. I don't know if y'all caught this. If you played other extraction shooters, you know what I'm about to show you.
Fuck the HVT. Let's just go to exfil.
Man got cooked up. The aim was crazy though. Look what he's doing here. He's dragging and healing. He's dragging and healing. You can't do that in COD right now. It's not a feature. It is a feature in other Call of Duties, like what, Delta Force. What other ones has a drag feature like that? I feel like there's another in Battlefield. They have a drag feature where you can drag and heal. So if you're going to be able to drag and heal in Call of Duty, that's going to be crazy cool.
Get some ammo.
Hex, Delta Force was doing it in their extraction shooter before Battlefield came out. Well, I don't know if that unless you're talking about previous Battlefield games. But that's dope. That's dope. To pull them out of cover so you can heal, so you're not just standing there in the open. Correct. It is how you heal in Strike in Battlefield. But they've been doing it in Delta Force for several years now.
I'm inside. Get your ass to the roof right now. Copy. Please have medical.
Please have medical. So we're not just stealing. So, real quick, he said, please have medical. Right now, there is no healing feature. There's just plating, right? In current DMZ. There's only plating. I know they said, I think they've also said something about them having a temporary heal. Like, so if you go down or if you're revived or if you're hurt, you can temporarily heal yourself until you get a revive, I guess, or something like that. But having to heal and plate, because right now, like, your health just regens, right? And then you got to replate. But it looks like now they're adding a more sophisticated healing system into the game. And I think they talked about this too in one of their blog posts recently.
Hey, Locker, you downstairs?
Yeah, you do have healing of sorts, correct, in stim shots. You're right, but that's not exclusive to DMZ. That's been a Call of Duty thing in every game, and it gives you a speed boost. It gives you your heals, but you know, we're not stimming here, and there's no bandage system or healing system in the current DMZ. They're not even dropping guns. Where's the loot at? Where's the looter shooter? It's just cinematic right now. Looked like an execution. Shotguns are back. It's a cool looking gun. We've seen that skin. The riot shields are here. And that's the new exfil method. People keep bringing up ARC. They forget Tarkov been around for 10 years, and there's a reason it has the huge player base it has, and why every company has tried to follow their plan. I agree. I agree, Legs. You like how they kept the looting system a secret for now? Yeah, again, I didn't think they were going to give us a ton of information on that. I mean, the first look was pretty cool, in my opinion. In normal extraction shooters, you have to loot your kills. The guns just don't fall to the ground. This is true. This is true, Legs.
When Gears debuted in 2006, it instantly redefined the genre. And now in 2026,
So the reason you're watching this POV from this POV is because you're the first guy that gets killed, and now you're spectating. Oh. Oh. That's good. That's good comms. You think that's what the spectate HUD looks like?
it's a day of unimaginable loss that sits at the heart of our universe. And today, for the first time, we're ready to take you inside the studio and show you all the ways to play with our new movements, weapons, and modes that will make E-Day the most brutally satisfying Gears yet.
Is that all you got?
Scrolling ahead and see if I missed anything about.
Before we talk about what this game is, I think it's important to share why we chose E-Day. When we started this project, we were moving to Unreal Engine 4.
Oh, they're still talking about Gears.
With a blank slate. So we took a moment to reflect on what makes Gears so special to us and to our fans. We realized that all of the things that make this world feel so unique, brotherhood, brutality, that melancholy beauty.
I now see why they let streamers post yesterday. They didn't so much today. Well, they put a blog post out yesterday that covered everything that the streamers covered.
Ripped through the ground and changed the history of Sarah forever. And to tell that story, we wanted to build an experience that evoked the vibes of the
Gotcha, makes sense.
So we started with this one still from the
Dang, good comms, Lando. I didn't catch on to that. Because, yeah, they did say, oh, he's gone now.
And we said, this is the emotional core of Gears. This is the tone and feeling that we wanted to build our next.
Let me check. I'll be right back.
This is our most ambitious game yet. E-Day is a story we haven't been able to tell before because we didn't have the technology to do it. We finally have the tools to reimagine the Gears world at a new, unprecedented level of detail. We're pushing Gears to new heights with the densest, most detailed world we've ever created. With seamless, large-scale environments. It's even worse from up here. Fully dynamic ray trace lighting. And richer real-time destruction. Starting with an empty hard drive, we literally rebuilt everything from scratch. Characters, enemies, weapons, animation, sound, the world itself. And then we tear it apart in front of you. Look out! Coming down! You'll fight against bigger and more brutal enemies with new and craftier weapons and navigate the battlefield with more natural character movement so that every moment of emergence plays smoother and hits harder.
This is a game that feels like Gears, but plays like new. Now, we're inside. It's a return to the feelings that we had when we played the original games, but now reimagined, evolved, and enhanced with the power of a new engine.
E-Day is set before
I mean, the city looks good. I heard somebody say in the in a video yesterday, there's going to be a lot of trees. It's going to be very green. That's what I heard somebody say. Check Discord. More information on the official YouTube. Oh, let me pull it up. Is that not the same one? Oh, I like it. I like it. Let's watch this, guys. You're good, Striker, man. They're talking about it here. They're talking about it. So, but let's watch the. Y'all want me to skip the trailer since we already watched it a ton of times? It said, what about July? Play MW4 first at Fanatics Fest NYC. Lando, book the tickets, bro. Book the tickets. Man, hopefully... And there's people that left, too.
What up, y'all? I'm Isaac, here with Stephanie at Infinity Ward, and we're gonna take a deep dive into DMZ today.
We got the gang together. It's comp time.
Legs. Somebody ban that, man. Lando, ban that, man.
Watching this episode right now, we just got the very first look at DMZ in the Xbox showcase. It was sick. I'm so excited to talk about it. Joe, tell us a little bit about what we saw.
It's this kind of like, you see this state of the world of what's going on, the juxtaposition of what's being said versus what's being shown. You're getting a glimpse of Hajin. And then we go into
Hajin is a new map name.
Rolling into DMZ on this intense mission. And very early on, one of the guys who's not really playing by the rules or not listening to his squad, he gets executed. And so the rest of that video, you're actually watching through the perspective. He's watching his squad mates as they leave him behind and they continue.
Yeah.
So you're seeing it through the helmet cam. That helmet cam perspective for us just felt tonally right. It's a really cool way to see DMZ, and it's a little bit of a tease. Like, we're not gonna show you exactly everything, but you're gonna get this really cool feel.
Yeah, in general, the whole thing just wraps up, what, 4 years worth of development. Then when you see it all come together, you're like, wow, we really made it.
Of course, Hex.
But it came out really good, I think.
I just knew that this represented the experiential part of DMZ completely.
Can you talk a little bit about the state of the world in Hajin? You mentioned that, you kind of tied directly to the events
Moist, you about to lose your wrench, dog.
of the single-player campaign, but how do we find
I don't have the legs.
the map and the world?
Our story picks up just a little while after the events of the single-player campaign. There's a little gold rush going on between these different factions, and the North Koreans have now repopulated and taken back up the positions that they held from single-player. And so you're inserted to do various missions, and the map is all mostly South Korea and then North Korea up at the top.
I love how you guys have interwoven that Modern Warfare universe, that narrative through every aspect of the game. Obviously, making a big map like Hajin is a ton of work. Can you guys talk a little bit about the process, like the creative of how you start with that idea and bring it to life?
Whenever we make one of these big maps, it's always bugged me that you don't really have this like...
Spliff, don't pay attention to them.
You know,
I gotta get new mods.
And when we made Verdansk or El Mazar, it's just... So when we started this day one, we started with single player and said, okay, let's create this, this place. What's the inciting incident, and use that as a set dressing, is how we design and how we place things, and as a character to make the whole map really interesting. We found through these games that just being able to walk through the world and find these little areas and explore and discover things really added to the gameplay. And if you could just walk through a neighborhood and up into the woods and through some old abandoned broadcast station and back down into some farmlands, we could make that enjoyable and exciting and kind of spooky and give it this layer of character, then everything else that happens on the way is gravy. I think we are talking about what we were looking for. One, player growth, but also replayability.
Yeah.
And everything that we can do to keep it fresh.
And to answer more on the set deck, like the art team was amazing. You look at El Mazra and you walk into any building, you're like, people were here 5 minutes ago, but they weren't. But when you look at Hajin and you go into a building, you see like, oh wow, there's panic. There's chairs knocked over and suitcases half packed, and you're like, looks like someone left here in a rush.
In a hurry, yeah.
So every building is telling a story, which goes all the way back to that SP campaign. It's awesome.
And what's cool is like even if you don't start with the single player campaign, you could play DMZ and then you see all these things and then you're like, I want to play the prequel.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you could go back and play.
What about weapon tuning? I hope they don't bring fucking tuning back, Raptor. I hope to God they don't bring tuning back. That shit was so stupid. My opinion, it was just completely unnecessary.
The single player and see how this city got formed and shaped the way it is. So.
I've also heard that, you know, DMZ is now a living world. How has that been trying to make the world actually alive? I think you've always mentioned when you push the world actually pushes you back.
There's a bunch of different aspects to the living world. What's in it? We can start there with the different tiers of AI that we have. Wendy could talk a little bit to the star system and how that works.
Yeah, I mean, before that, though, I want to talk about the living world bit, where you said, like, why is it a living world? Like, one of the philosophies I've had as we set up the world is we treat the world like an organism, and it's all at this equilibrium. Like, if you just sat back and watched, everyone's just kind of doing their thing. The AI are traveling the map. There's guys getting trained. There's doing exercises. They're doing knife drills and all this. And you're a virus as a player. You're going in and inserting yourself into the space and kind of messing it up. And then the world wants to fight back and like put things back to normal. So that's why it's living. It's this world that's just so reactive to how you are in the space.
It's like we're chilling here. We're quiet and peaceful here. Why are you coming to bother us, right?
I mean, they're still evil. They're still doing nefarious things.
To be like, well,
We're more of antibodies. Maybe we're the antibodies.
Sure, yeah. Welcome to biology.
Raptor, this is not Arc Raiders. It's nothing like Arc Raiders. It's nothing like Arc Raiders. It's not.
The podcast, yeah.
Right. We work in video games.
But yeah, we lean so hard into the world and making it feel alive and making it feel believable. And that when you go in, one of the difficulties with the DMZ beta was as soon as you fired your weapon, or as soon as an AI saw you and fired at you, they essentially went loud. They told a bunch of other AI that there's something bad here, and everyone went after you. And so you didn't really feel like you could control the world. And in DMZ, we now have a stealth system that allows you to step out in the open, and as soon as an AI starts seeing you, you get an audio cue, a visual cue. You can hit the deck, you can pause that combat. You can take those AI out, and if you take them out without anyone seeing, then you can kind of control the world. But if you get compromised and you keep killing more AI and you keep killing roaming commanders and whatnot, your star level goes up and the world starts to come after you. They try and get rid of you. So
it's essentially GTA inside of DMZ, is what they're saying. It's literally GTA inside of DMZ. And for the record, that's not in Arc Raiders, Raptor. It's not.
We're really excited for players to engage with this.
They better have AA rounds too.
But you can also manipulate it. If you fade off into the woods, which is a big part of the map, is being able to kind of just disengage. You can use suppressors. There's a bunch of different things that.
Raptor's mad there's no gun tuning because then he can't sell his weapon tunings on his fourth wall page. Bro, it's exactly Arc with the COD skin layer on top here. This is not DMZ. It's called DMZ. It's called DMZ.
Don't really trigger a response. And so you really can kind of determine how much it will push back to you.
It might not be the version of DMZ that you want, but it is the DMZ that needs to be made. I will say that. It is the DMZ that needs to be made.
You guys are such big fans and players of,
said I never sold them.
Extraction too. You're so passionate about it, and how did you bring that experience from, you know, playing with each other, and how did it shape DMZ?
Accidentally shooting Jeff in the head.
Yeah.
In some unknown game.
Yeah, in another extraction shooter. I think I have an enemy. Where? Oh shit! I just killed Jeff.
How'd you get ahead?
Hold on, what happened?
Yeah.
In some unknown game.
Yeah, in another.
And how did you bring that to you? You guys are such big fans and players of Extraction too. You're so passionate about it.
I'm gonna play Elden Ring. All right, brother, take it easy.
You know, playing with each other, and how did it shape DMZ?
Accidentally shooting Jeff in the head.
Yeah.
In some unknown game.
Yeah, in another extraction shooter.
Correct,
I think I have
Hex.
an enemy. Where? Oh shit! I just killed Jeff.
How'd you get ahead? And he's like, hide my shit in the bushes.
I did the exact same.
Hide my shit in the bushes.
Yeah, in another.
And how did it shape DMZ? That experience for fans and players of Extraction too.
Hold on, let me get into the conversation. Let me listen to here. Y'all stop talking to me.
Suppressors. There's a bunch of different things that don't really trigger a response, and so you really can kind of determine how much it will push back to you.
You guys are such big fans and players of Extraction too. You're so passionate about it, and how did you bring that experience from, you know, playing with each other, and how did it shape DMZ?
Accidentally shooting Jeff in the head.
Yeah.
In some unknown game.
Yeah, in another extraction shooter. I think I have an enemy. Where? Oh
Oh, shit.
And I just killed Jeff.
How'd you get heavy? And he's like, hide my shit in the
I
bushes.
did the exact same as Jack Reynolds.
Yeah. You shot at you shot at me. You looked in your inventory. I ran ahead, and you're like, I think I see someone. Where? I'm taking shots.
Yeah.
I'll cover you. Where are they from?
Yeah. So a goal
That's
is
so
to make
funny.
it a bit more accessible.
Yeah.
Head icons, letting you know that you actually have teammates, being able to find a way to extract them. Just try to, kind of make it, more accessible.
Yeah. I think one of the things when we looked at, starting DMZ was...
I mean, if you kind of picking up what they're putting down here, these guys are extraction shooter players, right? They're obviously referencing Tarkov here, and they're doing insurance fraud. They're hiding stuff in the bushes so people can't get their stuff, so they can get it back later. If you play Tarkov, you know that. But they're saying, hey, this is fun, but we need to make this game more accessible, right? And so that's kind of what they're doing. They're taking a true extraction shooter and kind of really kind of like dumbing it down, for lack of better terms, simplifying it rather, and just making the game mode accessible, the genre accessible to people. And I think they're doing so far from what I see, I think they're doing a good job at it.
Different types of players, and how could we build something that appealed to a wide variety of players? So you have your people who are your collectors or your looters, you have your people who are your narrative players, you have your PvPers, you have your PvEers who really like playing against AI or other bosses and things. And so that was our kind of challenge to ourselves, is if we can find a success condition for each of those players as they come into this mode, then everyone can exist together, play together, work together, hunt each other. And that was kind of the birth, I think, of DMZ.
Yeah, that defines what we mean when we say accessible. Like, it takes all sorts of players. The community is diverse, and that's what makes the experiences so interesting. That's what ends up having these amazing different stories that come out from DMZ, because people are playing it in different ways, but all in the same space.
Yeah.
We actually did surveys in-game in terms of actually getting data from the players and getting feedback from the players of what they like to do, and that's where we came up with the conclusion that, like, yes, there was very diverse activities that people like to do in varying differences. Like PvP is a big centric aspect of this, but so is all the other activities that people were doing. And as we play live extraction shooters as well, I think there's something for us to the genre, which is the stakes, the loss, the like putting everything on the table.
One thing, if you didn't, if you heard what he said, hold on, let me go back a few seconds, maybe like 20, 30 seconds.
Action shooters as well. I think there's something for data from the players and getting feedback from the players of what they like to do. And
interesting. That's what ends up having these amazing different
right here.
Diverse, and that's what
play together, work together, hunt each other. And that was kind of the birth, I think, of DMZ.
Yeah, that defines what we mean when we say accessible. Like, it takes all sorts of players. The community is diverse. And
the community is diverse, right? And that's really what an extraction shooter is. There's a lot of ways to different play. When you're playing a game like a BR, there's a one way. The goal is to be the last team standing, right? And sure, you can play different ways, but in an extraction shooter, there's a lot more risk, and there's a lot of people that play a lot of different ways. Arc Raiders is doing that via aggression-based matchmaking. So they want the friendly players playing with the friendly players, and the most aggressive players playing with the most aggressive players. And in the middle, there's people that are mixed there, people that do a little bit of both, right? It sounds like what Activision is doing here is that instead of implementing an aggression-based matchmaking system, what they're doing is giving you a different way to play. So if you're a solo player, you're an awarded. Hold on. If you're a solo player and you really want to PvE, they're giving you a way to do that. You can go do these story missions and these dynamic missions in a more stealthy way and keep yourself away from everybody else. So right now in the DMZ beta, you're really just running and gutting, and the environment doesn't really play into kind of what you're doing. Yeah, you're going to get shot up by a bunch of bots whenever you go to these POIs that are heavy populated with the bots, right? But there's no way to be stealthy really in DMZ without the exception of just running a suppressor and kind of avoiding high tension spots on the map in Al Mazrah. And in this version of the game, they're giving a PvE player or a new player a way to play the game that essentially avoids that. You can avoid a lot of PvE if that's what you want to do.
That's what makes the experiences so interesting. That's what ends up having these amazing different stories that come out from DMZ, because people are playing it in different ways, but all.
That's a good point, Raptor. That's a good point. One thing I didn't see was one thing I didn't see was a sniper glint on the sniper shot. No more spotting the snipers easily. Whenever you're playing like games like Tarkov, you're right. You don't see the sniper glint. And some of these other extraction shooters like Arena Breakout and stuff like that. And when you're playing Call of Duty, like the sniper glint is always the biggest thing to see. I wonder you're right. Obviously this was just cinematic, but I wonder if they're gonna have the ability to add what is it called? Those little glint covers. Somebody knows what the hell I'm talking about. So that way you're, kind of hiding your glint. But then again, it is Call of Duty. I don't see them getting away from the glint. I think it might just be cinematic. Shaders, okay.
In the same space.
Yeah. We actually did surveys in game in terms of actually getting data from the players and getting feedback from the players of what they like to do, and that's where we came
was it Moist?
up with the conclusion that, like, yes, there was very diverse activities that people like to do in varying differences. Like PvP is a big centric aspect of this, but so is all the other activities that people would.
You said PvP is a big centric aspect of this. And I don't think you can say the same thing for Arc Raiders. PvP is not even one of the most prominent things in Arc Raiders. PvP is just something you can do in the game amongst other things, right? And they don't really embrace PvP on the Arc Raider side. Activision is saying PvP is centric to what we're doing here. And there's also PvE things going on.
Doing as we play live extraction shooters as well, I think there's something for us to the genre, which is the stakes, the loss, the like putting everything on the table, that excitement that you're only getting in these types of game modes. It's a little bit.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's if you equate it to like VR, there's no pressure pushing you to do these actions. It's kind of this really beefy mid game of a VR where you just can kind of go where you want, and you kind of determine your level of participation or anxiety,
or the adventure that you want to go, right? And you can change mid-match.
Okay, Mundy, I've got a fun one for you.
Oh no.
Infill to exfil.
Oh my.
Take us through what a match looks like. What are we experiencing? Give us the high-level hits.
Everyone's got a little bit of an input on this one in particular, but I've been thinking a lot about what makes a full deployment. And the crazy thing about it is it's not really a one-size-fits-all. That's the thing. So you infill, you get to choose how you want to infill. And if you've done free roam or dynamic ops or story mission, there's gonna be maybe an objective marker on the HUD or maybe not. And it's kind of, you've chosen like your level of involvement on where the game's gonna kind of tell you where to go. And from there, we kind of go, you're going from point A to point B, whatever, if it's a mission you picked or it's an objective just from the front end. And it's about what you run into along the way. It's like almost like little side quests pop up. And when you finally get to exfil, hopefully you exfil.
I got a question for the chat. I got a question. Being that the AI or the environment in the game is going to be heavily dependent on how you interact with it, do you find yourself using a suppressor in this game more than you use in the current beta version? Curious to know, because right now I don't think a ton of people are using suppressors because they don't really make sense in the beta, but it sounds like there's gonna be like suppressors are gonna be I feel like they would be used heavily in this version of the game.
Everyone has a story, and that's the thing, it changes every single time. I mean, we'll have playtests and people come like, I can't believe this thing happened and I did this and the exfil chopper and a rocket came in and knocked me out, and it's like, people are telling stories of DMZ, and they're always different. And that's, I think, one of the most amazing things about the DMZ space.
You said there are different ways to infill.
Yes, there are. Yeah, well, I mean, you get to
I caught
pay
that.
for using cash that you've found in the game, different ways. And maybe you want to have an advantage of a vehicle with you because you know you got to get somewhere really fast. Maybe dirt bikes or maybe
LTV.
LTV. I mean, there's various different ways you can come into the space, and they all have their advantages, but they also sometimes have their tells. If you come in a helicopter, everyone's going to be like, they bought a helicopter.
Yeah. But there's also all the air traffic that you can kind of hide in DMZ, like AI are flying by too. So
You can get lost.
Players?
Whoa, I think that's a big thing that he just a little tidbit of information there. He said we can infill different ways in different vehicles.
In a helicopter, everyone's going to be like, maybe dirt bike is different, and that hopefully you exfil. Everyone has a story, and that's the thing. It changes every single time. I mean, we'll have play tests, and people come like, I can't believe this thing happened, and I did this, and the exfil chopper and a rocket came in and knocked me out, and it's like, people.
Right there, it's because the AI in DMZ right now doesn't make any sense. That's why. It's because they're just relentless, and they just push and push and push for no reason, and they seem to target the very first person that's in the space, as opposed to like spreading the love. You know, that's the beef that I have with the DMZ beta version of AI.
People are telling stories of DMZ, and they're always different. And that's, I think, one of the most amazing things about the DMZ space.
You said there are different ways to infill.
Yes, there are. Yeah, well, I mean, you get to pay for using cash that you've found in the game.
You get to pay for
Different ways, and maybe you want to have an advantage of a vehicle with you because you know you got to get somewhere really fast. Maybe dirt bikes or maybe LTV. I mean, there's various different ways you can come into the space, and they all have their advantages, but they also sometimes have their tells. If you come in a helicopter, everyone's going to be like,
King. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah. But there's also all the air traffic that you can kind of hide in DMZ, like AI are flying by too. So
you can get lost.
Players?
I've been talking a lot, so I'm pausing. But yeah, they just talked about that right now, King.
How about we dive back into the weather, though? The dynamic weather?
I mean, we brought in a few people to play DMZ early, and there we had the weather's random. It's random weather patterns. And so their first playthrough had heavy snow, heavy wind, and heavy fog. And they were like, holy shit. And then we were watching them play, and they're going upriver on the raft with the wind blowing and the snow going horizontal, and their guns are covered in snow in their hands, and then the next time they played it was rain sprinkled that then transitioned into heavy rain. It just makes the map and the world feel dynamic and makes it feel real. And then one of them was like, the map's kind of dark. And we're like, well, you got a couple, this was at lunch, and we're like, well, the next deployment, let's see what happens. The next deployment, it was sunny. And he was like, never mind, it's good. So it's really, really cool, and it just makes the world feel alive, and it makes it feel more real.
So they did just confirm that the weather will change throughout the raid. And it is dynamic in that sense that it just won't be raining on one map. I mean, one exfil and the next exfil to be sunny. It'll change while you're in the raid.
It changes throughout the match, you said.
Yes, it does. It's not static. It's not just rain. It actually changes and transitions.
It's not even a map wide.
Yeah.
There are pockets.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Hex, that's a good question. If it doesn't have HOA, I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
you could be on a hill, look down across a valley, and then you'll see this cool storm front.
Yeah.
And you can see where it's raining down there.
Yeah.
And so you can go down in and go down that area. So.
And for those who are concerned about fairness in PvE, yes, they change what they can see based on if it's super foggy, they can't see as far, just like you.
So in DMZ, we have multiple options for deployment. So you can either deploy to free roam, you can either deploy into story missions, or you can either deploy into dynamic operations.
We were talking about that. It stemmed from the DMZ beta and joining into a random squad. And everyone kind of has different goals that they want to do. So you'd have these moments where you land on the ground and then two players just F off in different directions because they have their own things they want to do. And you're like, whoa, what are you doing? So in DMZ, we've pushed hard that we have, before you're going in, you're choosing what you want to do. So if you want to do story missions, then you choose that and you get matched with other players on the deployment who are working on your chosen story mission. Same thing with dynamic operations.
That's a good feature.
You don't have to run to collect the phone. You can just say, I want to go play a dynamic operation, and we pair you with a bunch of other players that want to do that, and that squad goes in. And so then you have that clarity. But if you want to do free roam and you want to hop in with other players who want to do free roam, then it's wide open. You guys can
That's cool. I love that idea.
Do once your boots hit the ground.
I love that idea.
Letting you have a shared purpose before you head into the match.
Yeah.
And our DMZ orders direct you towards those play experiences, because one thing we learned is dropping you right into the battlefield. Like, then the way you learn the game is through dying, and that's not really fun to, you know, die and then, oh, that's how I learned how to play DMZ.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, some players are going to want to go in free roam, just be like, I don't care, don't tell me what to do.
Exactly.
I'll figure it out. But
And they
for
can
a
still
lot of players, it's like, I want to do a story mission. Let's see what this is about.
Right.
Yeah.
But you still get all of the unknown quantities of extraction.
You're
even
still
if
with
you're
everyone
doing a
else.
story
That's
mission.
the magic of it, is you're still with all the people doing dynamic operations, story missions, and
Devil Dog, if Call of Duty can nail this extraction shooter and it's a good extraction shooter for the console, bro, this might be the go-to extraction shooter for the foreseeable future if it continues support. If it gets continued support.
free roam, they're all together. So story missions for us, they're big, important missions that take place in a specific POI. The unique thing is that when a deployment's going on, there can only be one team doing a story mission in each POI. And they're pretty big experiences. One of our story missions has you going to a casino, and you have to drill the vault. So heading in, I won't tell everything, but heading into that vault, your goal is to get into that vault. You need to get up to the penthouse, but the power's off, so you have to get the power going on. Skipping ahead, eventually you get in, you drill that vault, and a bunch of enemies come after you as you're trying to get the cash out, get as much as you can out, and survive. The really unique thing about the story missions is that once you learn that mechanic from the story mission, even if you're not on that mission, you can still go to the casino and do that later on. It's a great way to get cash and other valuables out of DMZ. And we're trying to take that with each of our story missions. We have another one in a hospital where you're trying to get somebody out of there who's being treated in this abandoned hospital against their will. So we're really excited for people to dig into those, and we feel like they represent kind of a leveling up of what it means to have a story mission in an extraction shooter.
Well, what about dynamic operations? Because that's something that's new to DMZ and Modern Warfare 4 as well.
Yeah, dynamic ops came out of the beta, and we saw a group of players that just wanted to play contracts. And just that was their thing. They come in, do a bunch of contracts, and exfil. And so we sat down and we're like, well, what would it be like if that was just the way someone played? How could we make that replayable for every time you come in and play? And that's where the dynamic ops system came in. And you have probably better insight into that.
I think you hit it. They're the grown-up version of contracts. And contracts in the beta were like, you get it, you go to a place, and you're done. And we realized that wasn't enough space to tell more of the narrative of DMZ. So now we have multi-steps to these dynamic operations. And that's one thing where we can tell the story of the military weapons that are in the field that you're trying to neutralize, capture, and pull off the field so that North Koreans can't take them. But the other part of dynamic ops that's fascinating is they really are dynamic. So not only by location, but also by how you get to it. So the dynamic ops usually have one main beat. Maybe it's rescuing a hostage, which you might remember was a really fun contract last game.
Very easy way to get out of the map.
Oh yeah,
that was my favorite.
And we've kept that. We can still do that. But in this one, it's not just.
Okay, so hostage contracts are coming back, and you can exfil with the hostage contract. You just confirmed that in this version of DMZ.
Just like, oh, there's the hostage over there, go rescue him and take him over there. Now it's like, well, where is the hostage? Okay, so maybe we have to get intel, or maybe we have to break open a safe, and that safe's gonna tell us where the hostage is. But then we get to the hostage, and he's like, well, there's bio stuff over there, and you gotta neutralize that, so take me to the helicopter, and then I'll tell you where it, and it's just this unfolding story every time that's just a little bit different.
Another way to think about it as well is as you head into DMZ, how long do you want your play session to be, right? Like you might want to head into meaty story missions with friends that takes a bit longer versus like, hey, I want a quick hit going through dynamic ops. Or
Brad did.
This very specific thing in free roam that might be 5 minutes, might be as long as the match time runs.
Talk to us a little bit about dedicated progression. I know that's a lot.
I mean, the thing we keep saying about DMZ is that it's a game within a game, and we want it to be a real extraction shooter. And so early on, we decided to give it its own progression.
They want it to be a real extraction shooter. They said it, not me. They said it, not me. They said it, not me. They want it to be a real extraction shooter. I'm just reading in between the lines here, but it makes me think that the version that we're playing right now is not a real extraction shooter.
So any XP that you're earning in DMZ will rank up your DMZ rank. What that does is it unlocks new stations in your fob, it upgrades those stations, it unlocks new content for your stash, and much more. So even if you die, that XP still goes. In DMZ Beta, we had the active duty slots, and those are back now. But that operator that's in that slot, as you play with them, they're ranking up. And as their rank goes higher, their dog tag quality increases, and you get trait points that you can spend on traits to customize that operator. But the coolest thing is that if that operator dies, you have an option when you get back to the fob to rescue them. We call it our MIA system. And
I don't think that's true. It never was. It was always portrayed as the casual man's extraction shooter. I don't think that's true, Raptor. I don't think that's true at all. I don't think anybody ever said that DMZ was the casual man's extraction shooter. I think maybe the community dubbed it that. Maybe they coined the term, or maybe we all together as a community decided that it was the casual man's extraction shooter. But it's obvious and apparent by the way Infinity Ward is speaking and over the years of development that that wasn't the intention.
you can spend cash to rescue that operator, and any XP thing is that if that operator dies, you have a, and as their rank goes higher, their dog tag quality, and much more. So even if you die, that XP still goes. It unlocks new stations in your fob, it upgrades those stations, it unlocks it to give it its own progression. So any XP that you're earning in DMZ will rank up your DMZ rank. What that does is it unlocks new stations in your fob, it upgrades those stations, it unlocks new content for your stash, and much more. So even if you die, that XP still goes. In DMZ Beta, we had the active duty slots, and those are back now. But that operator that's in that slot, as you play with them, they're ranking up. And as their rank goes higher, their dog tag quality increases, and you get trait points that you can spend on traits to customize that operator. But the coolest thing is that if that operator dies, you have an option when you get back to the fob to rescue them. We call it our MIA system. And you can spend cash to rescue that operator, and any XP you've earned now converts to trait points. You can spend those points and continue that progression with that operator.
It also means you can have an operator for different purposes.
Yes.
You know, you can start collecting this operator's for when I'm doing my missions or going after some loot. This one's for when I'm hunting players, and so on and so forth.
But also that operator doesn't just delete. The option to rescue him stays there forever. So you can, it's just like like, hey, I don't have enough money to rescue him, but I'll go and play some matches, earn up some money, then I'll go save him. You know.
So about the stealth system.
Is
there anything that players should be aware of when running around, or just?
Artie, do you want to take the stealth system?
I can talk about it. So our stealth system is different because it's not binary. It's not one of those things where the AI sees you and all of a sudden the switch is flipped.
Pop-Tart, what's up?
It's more reactionary to how you're behaving. If you do get detected, you become compromised, and after compromised, you kill AI. Now your star system starts to go up. You get 1 star, and reinforcements are coming in. You go all the way to 5 stars, and we're going to send, oh gosh, Death Stalkers after you, hunt squads. We may even send some Riot Shield guys after you. So the
Son of a
really going to react
bitch.
pretty strong if you push hard.
Yeah, I've had that experience.
You have?
It gets pretty gnarly.
Did you survive?
I tried my best, like running away from them. I could not hide from those guys.
That's crazy.
Was watching me trying to get away from them.
Oh my God.
Is there a way to get rid of it though?
Really crazy.
But I should say also, it's opt-in. So if you, like Jeff said earlier, if you disengage from a POI and go off into the woods, we know that, we detect that, and we go, we're pretty sure you don't want this, and we let it kind of calm down naturally a little bit.
Might there be any extra rewards if you're willing to risk it all on the star system?
There's only one way to find out. It's by killing those guys.
Day one.
Tell us how looting and crafting.
Take a pause right here so I can read some chat. Anyone it was the extraction for everyone. Raptor said anyone at any level could play with the least amount of player skill. I think you can still do that in this version of DMZ, Raptor. I like that idea, buying back the op so you don't lose the loot. It's like an insurance slot that costs money instead of time. I agree, King. I agree. DMZ fan, will there be one-shot shotguns death team? Now you can even save your loot. That's good stuff.
We'll work in the game.
It's been a group effort, right? From the design of Hajin to what kind of loot you're going to find in the game to the containers. And the goal from the start was that there's a logical layer to looting. So if I'm from the buildings you go into, so if I'm looking for military gear, I'm going to be hitting police stations. If I'm looking for medical gear, I'm going to be hitting clinics and hospitals. And if I'm looking for printer materials, I'm going to be hitting residential buildings. I'm going to be hitting gas stations. If I need radiation gear, I'm going to be hitting the fire stations.
So the loot is relative.
And if you need money, you got the vaults, you got the cash registers. We also pushed really hard if you are desperate and you need a bandage to heal your wound, that every bathroom generally has a medicine cabinet, so you can check in there. So it's all built around realism as much as we can, to where I think I might find something.
They've taken that from other extraction shooters.
That's kind of like layer one to the looting system. It also gives really strong purpose to the looting, because all those items those places you're going, you're also finding crafting materials. So if you didn't find the thing you were looking for, if you didn't find the plate carrier in the police station, you can
I
come
like it
back
too,
to the
Devil Dog.
fob and you go into your printer, and if you have the right printer ingredient, you can print your plate carriers, you can print your backpacks, and much more.
There might be some items that you need to craft more powerful items that you can only find on roaming commanders or on bosses.
Yep.
So you're going to have a fight on your hands if you want to get your hands on them.
The fob is going to be a really cool spot for you and your peoples to just kind of hang out. But there's also, what you guys are missing is that there's also a firing range in the fob too, no?
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah.
You know, so
Hold on.
Hang out.
Only find on roaming commanders or on bosses.
Yep.
So you're going to have a fight on your hands if you want to get your hands on them.
The fob is going to be a really cool spot for you and your peoples to just kind of hang out. But there's also, what you guys...
He said the FOB, the Forward Operating Base, is going to be a cool place for you and your people to hang out.
What is missing is that there's also a firing range in the...
So if you didn't find the thing you were looking for, if you didn't...
But also he talks about the loot, like needing high tier loot, having to get that higher tier loot from bosses, right?
In the police station, you can come back to the fob and you go into your printer, and if you have the right printer ingredient, you can print your plate carriers, you can print your backpacks, and much more.
There might be some items that you need to craft more powerful items that you can only find on roaming commanders or on bosses.
Yep.
So you're going to have a fight on your hands if you want to get your hands on them.
The fob is going to be a...
So that's kind of like Division type stuff, right? Where if you want the good stuff in the game, you have to go get it from the harder places.
Really cool spot for you and your peoples to just kind of hang out. But there's also, what you guys are missing is that there's also a firing range in the fob too, no?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
You know, so you can test out your weapon, whatever you just bought from the gunsmith, you go test it out in the firing range real quick. Yep. But it's kind of just a hangout spot for you and your team. You don't have to deploy immediately, but you can kind of just chill in there before you guys are ready to deploy.
Yeah, and the fob is really fun.
Oh, that's what it looks like. That's the Forward Operating Base. And this is I guess you're gonna be able to upgrade this stuff, kind of like in Tarkov or Arc Raiders or Arena Breakout or Delta Force. You can upgrade all this stuff. That's cool.
And it's cool to run around, and when people are waiting to deploy, they're sliding and jumping. Yeah. But anything you...
When people are waiting around, so you're right, Raptor, it is a social hub. I didn't play Destiny, but yeah. I have a top 10 blueprint selected and have them displayed on a wall in your FOB armory. Yeah,
in the fob, you
sounds
also
like
can
a pretty cool
open the menu and just quickly jump with our quick nav between your 3D printer to your stash to your gunsmith. So it's all really, really quick and easy to use on keyboard and mouse and controller.
And the fob is a place that you start off in. You have your fob, and then you can invite friends to your party, and then they appear in your fob. But it's just you and your friends. It's not anybody else. Yep.
Tell us about the different
tiers
of enemies that you're going to face in the DMZ.
So generally, as you work through DMZ, you're kind of our tier 1 grunts, right? And then some areas are tier 2s, and we go all the way up to tier 4s, right? And those are the kind of like the scary hunt squad guys that are coming after you. And then a layer on top of that are our lieutenants. Our lieutenants are very dangerous AI. They're never alone. And then Mundy should talk about the next layer of that, which is our roaming commanders.
Oh yeah, which Jack mentioned, roaming commanders are going to be the hardest, and we really are looking for entire squads or even multiple squads to take these guys down. We have drone swarms, death stalkers. Yeah, so another one of our roaming commanders is the Juggernaut, and we bring the Juggernaut back this time, and they have depleted uranium rounds. And those rounds will absolutely melt your armor. They'll also melt your vehicles. I mean, they will take them out so fast. In fact, I was testing out some of these mechanics locally at my desk, and I forgot that I had spawned a Juggernaut, and I'm in a helo going past it, and it just melted my helicopter. It was done. And I didn't have a parachute, so I fall to the ground and I'm dead, and I'm just like, well, I guess that works.
Yeah.
And then the most powerful one, I think, is our tank. And the tank has main gun, which will take out your vehicle in one hit.
Yep.
And then an MG on the top, which will take you out when you're on the ground.
Holy.
It's got reactive armor, so even if you have an RPG, it might not do that much. And of course, it's got loot in it. You want to kill this thing to get specific loot to craft specific things in your fob. So sometimes you have to kill it.
Yep.
And
Didn't one just hit somebody in the chest?
Yes,
or
yes. We were testing AI, and the person was running out the front window, and they mantled just as the tank came over the hill, and just like, whoosh, just straight in the chest. Quickly had to apply the tourniquet and get back up.
The tourniquet's actually something that we should bring up as well.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
We were also looking for ways to help players who want to play solo or by themselves, in terms of being able to like get back up in the game at least once. So the new health system that the team designed is you have 150 health, but then if you get knocked down, you can sacrifice 50 health off your health bar to basically apply a tourniquet to yourself and get back up. Now you have 100 health, but you need to find a med kit or a bandage.
Sorry guys, I gotta rewind that. My wife came over here.
Down, you can is you have at least once. So the new health system. We were also looking for ways to help players who want to play solo or by themselves, in terms of being able to like get back up in the game at least once. So the new health system that the team designed is you have 150 health, but then if you get knocked down, you can sacrifice 50 health off your health bar to basically apply a tourniquet to yourself and get back up. Now you have 100 health, but you need to find a med kit or a bandage in order to restore that last 50 health. So it's a way to soften the blow when you go down and let players get back up and be able to play more in the game mode and experience ability.
Do you have self-revives, or is this sort of replacing that?
No, self-revive is something you can have on top of that.
Oh, wow, awesome. So that's going to give you a lot of survivability.
Yeah. In so many of these other extraction shooters, like you go down and you're either yelling for help or it's game over.
Yeah.
And so we like the idea that the world is hard. It's really hard. But if we give you a little second chance.
That's very Call of Duty. That's the thing that you're not going to get from other extraction shooters. When you're playing Delta Force or Arc Raiders or Escape from Tarkov, when you're down, you're down. There is no self-revive system. And when you're dead, you're dead. There is no reviving. And I think that's something special that Call of Duty does that makes this game mode super casual. Is the fact that you can revive yourself and you can get revived once you go completely dark, right? And Call of Duty is bringing that back, and I think it's a good thing for them to do to keep it casual.
We have a system in DMZ that's really going to engage any type of player. Talk to us a little bit about the bounty board, Jack.
Bounty board is something I'm extremely excited about. The idea for it is that as you killing players, as you do, you're going to start accruing a bounty over time until eventually we're going to have leaderboards where we can call out every week the top bounties in the world. We're going to be able to say every week the ones that have survived, the ones that have died. We can call them out. And then you as a player can decide, hey, I want to play as a bounty hunter and I want to go hunt these people that have bounties on their head. If you get really high in the bounty kind of spectrum, you can get to the place where your position is actually marked on the map. So for somebody like myself, I'm excited about it because it can kind of be on the map and it's kind of just like, hey, come hunt me. It's a little bit like putting a contract on yourself where it's like saying, mark me as a target, and then invite everybody to come fight you, essentially.
So you're also going to have the player killers, like they're the taking out those bounties. Yeah. But to your point earlier with active duty slots, you can kind of customize your setup to maybe have a couple different builds for that. Right?
Totally. Yeah, you could have an operator that you've equipped as your bounty hunter type that you're going to go chase after other players with. I think it's important though that all of this, we also want that like players are a source of cash. They're obviously a source of whatever they're carrying on this. So in order for you to interact with like the 3D printer and other systems in the game, you can interact with the world, you can interact with players. There's various different ways to acquire what you need in order to move your fob up or acquire the gear that you want or craft an even better weapon. So all those systems kind of interplay with each other to make the DMZ universe.
What's the single, feature or element of DMZ that you're just all super excited for players to get into?
I mean, you know, just exploring the map to me is, I want to see how people fight in it.
Yeah.
We've designed it so that the center has a lot of foliage, more foliage than we've ever been able to do. And when you get in there and you're having firefights, it just looks like something out of a movie. But being able to, you know, be in a little suburb, kind of feel too much pressure, and then just fade into the woods. You feel like somebody,
Shut up, Legs.
action hero that just kind of goes, you know, rogue and runs off. So I'm excited to see how many crazy firefights and stories just come from the map itself.
I'm excited in the map that there's all these little secrets that Jeff and his team have put in there. I like the idea. I enjoyed there's a care package hanging off the side of a skyscraper, and I had to like jump down and hopefully land right on it to get, you know, the loot that was inside. You go into what you think is a sewer tunnel and it leads to a secret base underneath. Like, there's a lot to explore on the map. It's really exciting.
And it's massive, right? This is one of the biggest maps you guys have ever made, right?
It is the biggest.
The biggest map.
The biggest map.
Yeah.
You guys, we've all been at this for almost, what, 4 years, maybe longer, right, with DMZ beta. As a fan, you know, I would love to know, like, what are some of the cool stories from the process of development into now that, you know, you'd like to share with some of the folks out there?
I can think of one moment that hit for me where I became, I transitioned from a developer into a full-on fan of DMZ. I was playing with Matt Holdner and Dave Lee, and we were playing this match, and it was playing out like most matches do. You fight some players, you fight some AI, and you're going, and we were so immersed in the world, we lost track of time. And we didn't realize the radiation was expanding, and we missed the final exfil, or we missed the second to last exfil, and the final exfil pops up, and long story short,
Like, we knew it was going to be bigger.
to get there, and as we're racing the vehicle, and it runs out of fuel, and then we're on foot, as happens. We all went silent, and it was really weird. I was like, did Dave's mic break, or what's going on? And finally, we exfil, like 3, 2, 1, and we're in. The radiation covers the exfil chopper. We're putting on the masks that are in there. And I turned to Dave, and I was, Dave, what happened, man? Like, are you okay? You got what quiet? Is your mic dead? And he's like, no. That was the most dramatic moment I've ever had in a game. And we all just realized, like, holy crap, like, this is, all the things you've been working towards are finally realized into this thing that you can see now as a fan and a player. And we just went, wow, this is awesome.
I think it's the mix of all the things coming together, right? So you play and you're playing, and just the amount of times that I say personally, when I'm playing, oh, that's fucking cool. Oh, that area of the map, I didn't realize that was there. Oh, the weather, oh, snow, that's really cool. You saw in the trailer the knockdown mechanic, and we have these moments where, like, you're traveling through, you're getting out by the skin of your teeth, you're at 5 stars, you're riding away. In the exfil chopper, you think you're good, and this happened to Steve Nahara. All of a sudden, AI chopper pulls up sideways to the exfil, and he's looking at him, and they fire an RPG into the chopper, hits him, and knocks him out the other side of the chopper.
Oh,
so he goes
shit.
falling down. Holder's just looking at him like, sorry, bud. And then Steve, we thought, like,
that's
was gonna
crazy.
be sad or frustrated. He just came over and he was like, I had the coolest thing happen. This happened, and then I did this, and
Imagine
I wasn't
the
careful,
clips.
and I fell, and I saw the chopper as I was falling down and hit my back.
I was in the back of that chopper when that happened. And he was talking to me for a second. It hit. It knocked me down, and I see him go out the back. Like, have you ever seen footage of someone that gets knocked off of water skiing? They just get in the water and they're drifting off. He's just like, yoo. So good.
It's very Steve coded from what we've heard about Steve.
It's happening again.
So I want to talk about challenges a little bit. We know players in the DMZ beta.
Should I ask for the underground powers out areas where it gets crazy fighting in the dark? Yeah, it looks like that's going to be part of the game. I actually really like that.
They love those, you know, long-term engagements, and I know you guys mentioned replayability has been top of mind. Things like the Serpentine camo, for example. Like, what have you got in store for us?
Talk about challenges.
We don't have specifics, but we are working on long-term grind challenges, multi-step challenges, and we're trying to make them challenges that are fun to do in DMZ, and they don't make you do something weird like put on a hazmat suit and go sit in the radiation. But we have a bunch of challenges in store.
Is that a shot at fucking Arc Raiders? They're not gonna make you put a hazmat suit and go sit in the radiation. That sounds like something Arc Raiders would do. Go sit in one spot and get hit by lightning 35 times. Sounds like a dig, if you ask me.
And then we know that a bunch of people are fans of the Serpentine Challenge, so there's the spirit of that is in some of the stuff we're working on.
All right, y'all. Thank you for joining the COD Pod today. We got a game to finish making and some play tests to attend. As you can see, we take play tests seriously here.
We got to get out of here. Thank you for tuning into the pod. If you want more information on DMZ, check out the Call of Duty blog. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Super cool, guys. Super cool. Or wait for gas to spread at Scav. Buy for 17 camo. Yeah, that wasn't fun either. That's a dig on themselves for the server run. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Y'all are not smarter than me. They said Call of Duty blog. There might be more stuff. Let's go check it out. News, blog, Modern Warfare 4. I don't think there's anything new here. This is the stuff that, if you watch any video from yesterday, this initial intel that they have here is what everybody was talking about in their videos or live streams yesterday. The exclusion zone, the front line, the hydrogen front line, the story mode, and this is all stuff that they talked about yesterday. I don't like your attitude, Raptor. I don't like your attitude, Devil Dog. I don't like your attitude right now. I think it's uncalled for, honestly. Just putting that out there. But anyways, any thoughts on anything that you've seen so far that we haven't talked about? What I'm gonna do is I'm recording right now. I'll probably clip this for anybody that didn't catch the full live stream or catch my comments earlier. I'm probably gonna make this into a video and cover it, throw it on the channel in a few hours. It shouldn't take me that too long to edit, maybe a couple hours. But hey man, I think it's cool. I think we learned a lot. We learned a lot more than I thought we were gonna learn today. I'm glad I did the little COD pod at the end. But no, man, we had a good time, good info. I'm super excited. Devil Dog is gonna get banned. Somebody ban that man. Sheesh. Native, what's up, Bubba? What's going on with you? But let's go ahead and call it there. Send butterfly for 450 jewels. Sheesh, it's a nice cute little butterfly. I appreciate that, John. Let's call it there. Again, I'm gonna edit this video. I'll throw it up on the YouTube channel for you guys to check out later. I appreciate the gold coins. Hey, let's do some quick little shout outs real quick. Cupid, shout out to Cupid for the $50 super chat earlier. Lucas with the sub over on YouTube. Dom with the follow over on Kick. I appreciate the jewels from John Carter. I appreciate that. And when you're done with Devil, I got the yeah. I'm done with you guys. All right. I'm done with you guys. I'm so done with you guys. All right. I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. All right. We're gonna call it there though. Okay. I'll be streaming DMZ live tonight. Normal time is like around 9:30. I might hop on a little bit earlier. We'll see. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right. Peace, y'all. Raptor, Devil Dot, John, Native, Sniper Mask, Brandon, Legs, King. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Lando. Who else do we have in here? Pop Tart. Appreciate the love. Hex hopped in here for a little bit. I appreciate it, man. But y'all take it easy. I'll see you guys later. All right. Peace, y'all.